I just gotta resist that and don't check anything at all because I don't want to give this up. As a teenager who's constantly on his phone, I decided to try and eliminate it completely. Previously, I had been using my phone for about 4 hours a day. Yep, that is a lot of time, and quite frankly, I'm not that happy about that. But I think what this challenge taught me was to be a little bit more happier, find things that I actually like to do. I find myself smiling a lot more, being more happy when I'm not using my phone or being addicted to using electronics so much, because this little device that we all use, taking ourselves away from the actual social interactions. So here's how the actual challenge went. Roll it. It has officially been approximately 24 hours or so of me not using my phone at all. This is where I'm actually going to find who I actually am. So it has been about 3.5 days. I am sort of having that crave in a sense to use my phone. Here it is, finally, after a very long time. Look at that, so many like YouTube notifications. Okay, let's take it back a minute. How exactly did I keep myself from using my phone? Well, it's pretty simple. I took it, I put it in a drawer, and locked it up. Nah, I'm just kidding. I just put it out of sight. Okay, so it is currently raining outside, and it is officially been approximately 24 hours or so of me not using my phone at all. But I have to be honest and come clean, I did use it for just tracking the run, but otherwise I think I'm feeling pretty peaceful, and I can get schoolwork done. But also I found other alternatives, like I've decided to read a book and decided to journal a little bit. I also actually picked up piano again for the first time in 4 months, so I think that's pretty good progress, and I can't wait to see what happens next. And I would totally recommend you guys try this out. Even though it is the first day, I'm already seeing some benefits. This is where I'm actually going to find who I actually am, finding my true character, finding where I am, I guess, in a sense, if you guys get what I mean. But I feel like there's gonna be a lot more benefits to this. So it has been about 3.5 days since I have not used my phone. I haven't touched it at all, but I have to be honest with you, I did touch it for running. I used it for Strava. I ran all the days during this challenge, not creating any content in fact at all, and I think it's benefiting me a lot. And I am sort of having that crave in a sense to use my phone at sometimes when I'm tracking it for Strava, check notifications. I just gotta resist that and don't check anything at all because I don't want to give this up, and it's just really important to me. Hopefully I can last the next couple days or so. I've been a little bit more productive, I'm gonna say that, and like during school I'm not distracted. I was allowed to say. So day 3.5 sorta pretty good so far. I'd rate it like 8 out of 10 so far. Here it is, finally, after a very long time, here is the phone. It feels like a really long time, but in reality it's only been a week. It's starting up right now. Yes, I have an Android phone. Really stoked. But while this is starting up, what I learned is that I'll be more conscious about my time and not use it as much, because I depended on using my phone so much, and I realized how much I actually needed it. So here we go. Here it is, it's starting up. Here we go. The notifications are starting to pop up. There's so many things that I haven't checked in a while. That's insane. I haven't replied to any of the comments on my most recent video, but that's okay. And I'll show you guys even to have proof here. As you can see, here, and here are really low, and they are 6 minutes, 17 minutes, 5 minutes, and 4 minutes, just to track the run, and I accidentally left it on during the run. I've got to catch up on some of the stuff that I missed out on, but I will not be using it that much. And I think when I wasn't creating content as much, and when I wasn't doing so many things at a time and checking my phone constantly, listening to music or playing games, all that stuff, I think it did help me out a lot, and what I should do now is delete some apps that I don't need. So I think my goal right now is to delete 5 apps that I don't use at all. I think it'll benefit me a lot, and I challenge you guys to try this out as well and see if you can actually go 1 week without using your phone. Now we gotta check up on those notifications and carry on with the rest of the day. Just caught up on everything, and you know, honestly, I didn't miss much. I just caught up on some YouTube comments, maybe had about 20 of them or so. Didn't really get anything else. It's not really a big deal, and you can go a couple days without your phone. It's not really a big deal, you know? Nobody's really been asking, Max, why haven't you been uploading? Stuff like that. I feel like we check our phones way too much, use it way too much, and that is a big factor of why we procrastinate and don't get things done. So I said how I wanted to delete 5 apps on my phone. We're going to be doing that right now. I think we can get rid of Discord for now. Just uninstall Discord. I think Google Hangouts we can just like take out for a while. GoPro didn't work, so just uninstall it. We're going to uninstall this motivation app. I initially did it to get some motivation. I'm going to uninstall speed test, at least for now, because I don't really test the Wi-Fi speeds that much. And then the Cubicle app, I'm sorry, will have to go because I normally do not use it. Let's see, screen time so far today is 10 minutes. And since I only have 2 hours of screen time now that I'm going to try to attempt to use, I'm going to cut back on my use of computer also and creating content as well. I did talk about how I journaled a lot, and I did journal throughout the days, and I just wanted to share some of the things I wrote here because I think it'll really show what my thoughts were during that time. And I'm not normally the person to journal a lot. I always thought it was kind of boring and I didn't really have much time to, but with a lot more time in my hands and without using electronics so much, I was able to write a lot more in this. So I just found this notebook and I just wrote Maxwell 2020 on there. Let's just read one of the things that I wrote on here. Basically, the premises of this was I just tried to track my whole entire day and say what I did. On the first day here, 9/28/20, so I said, the first day so far without electronics. Phone, computer. I think it would benefit me because it is something I really need. I'm hoping I'll be able to find who I am and become a better person through better character. So far, I'm trying to incorporate stretching, reading, and journaling into my daily routine. My hope is that this goes well and I'll stop putting so much pressure on myself. When I look back on this, I want to see the progress and positive outcomes. One last thing, I'm going to write down my daily highlight, what I'm grateful for, and what to let go of, as well as a to-do list for the next day. Future Max, I wish you well in this journey, and I hope you'll find yourself. I mentioned that I wrote a highlight, what I'm grateful for, and a lesson, and what I should let go of. And the highlight was realizing that I should make better choices digitally, mentally, and spiritually. And what I'm grateful for was having a loving family that supports and cares for me. What I need to let go of was electronics and being stressed. So that was just one example. There were just other examples as well. Like if we just flip through the pages here, see there was just a little bit more. I like to color code it and more things to just talk about, like the workouts I did and how I felt after them. And just a quote at the top, this one for that day was, I'm not a man of the past, I'm a man of the future. I just thought of that. It's not like a real quote that like somebody famous said or something from a book. I just thought of that because I want to think of the future instead of the past. And past me, I was using electronics a lot. I don't want to keep talking about that and dwelling upon that whole entire thing. And I want to talk about me in the future because that is more important. And that is essentially what I learned through journaling, and I tried to implement it. I don't think in the future I'll be doing journaling more often, or I mainly just keep my journal beside my bed, and that's when I think of, if I'm thinking in my head, like when I'm reading at night, if I have an idea for a video, for example, if my mind is wandering, maybe I'll just jot down a couple notes. I don't think I'm gonna constantly like write a couple paragraphs each day, writing a to-do list, having it very structured with color codes. Another daily practice that I've been trying to implement was actually stretching. So I would do 6 different stretches. I still do it to this day. I actually did it this morning, and I think it helps loosen out the body, and it also does help with, like, when you stretch out your body, it could help with growth as well and development, because when you first wake up, you're all tight, and that's not a good feeling. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have felt that. Taking my mind off of things, it's a good practice to do first thing in the morning. But those are the 2 practices that I've tried to implement. It all worked out. That's how it went. Now, with the average American picking up their phone 96 times a day, and then young millennials pick up their phone 150 times a day on average, that is quite a lot of time. And I would recommend you guys try this out, taking a step back and seeing what you actually value the most. This has benefited me in many different levels, and I believe that now I'm more conscious about my time on my phone, how I use it. A lot of people say they don't have time for doing these challenges and doing what I just did, but I think you should really make time to do it, and it is really important thing. It'll help you with better self-development and overall make you a more happier person, and I just found myself smiling a lot more when I wasn't using my phone. So it's been about a week now, and I have to say I'm not using my phone or the computer at all as much as I was using it before. Let's just check the average screen time per day right now on my phone. But right now my screen time average is about 1 hour and 19 minutes. But what I also did notice is that I do unlock my phone quite a bit of times during the day, and I think I need to reduce that quite a bit. And I feel like when we use busy as an excuse, it's not really because we're busy, it just means because we're not interested in the thing that we're doing. We need to eliminate distractions as much as we can, and hopefully this video does inspire you, because I want you guys to take away something from every video that I do, and hopefully with my videos I inspire you, just leave you with something that you can think about. But yeah, that was all I had for this one, guys. You guys know what to do. Like always, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace. I'm a heartbreaker.